Please tell me how in this country where majority of the people are illiterate, that's why you can still see people open their mouth and say, what was she wearing? What was she doing? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Ifnaya Rinze, and you guys are watching the Ifnaya Effect. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and click that thumbs up, and let's get into this video. Okay, so you guys, I'm sure you guys seen what's going on lately, and I just thought that as a black woman or child, Nigerian woman or child, it would be wrong for me to see all of this going on and not even say anything at all. So lately I've been off and on Instagram because of the negativity just going around. Has been so bad for me and like my mental health. So I was just like, no, I couldn't. But I just had to speak on this, and I'm going to try as much as possible to make this video very straightforward and short for your attention span so you guys don't get lost. So I'm just going to go straight. So first of all, I'm going to be addressing what's going on in my country first, because this is where I resident, and I will address what's going on in the US because I have family, friends, and family that stay there. And God forbid that I'll ever get a terrible call that anything has happened to them because of police brutality. So yes, I'm going to address what's going on here first before I address that. So the Kaduna killing, honestly, I just feel like I wrote some points down on my phone because I didn't want to mix anything up. The first thing I'm going to say is that God, Almighty Father God, has created all things equal, and it's because of the human mind just wants to feel naturally wants to feel supreme and wants to feel above others. So they start looking at qualities in themselves that others don't have, and they start feeling supreme over others. But actually, God gave us those qualities so we can all work together to create magic. So when a particular tribe or race feels dominant over another one just because of maybe something that they have or they don't, or maybe just jealous or something, it's not right, because we're all human beings. That's the first point. We're all human beings and we're all equal. We have the same hands, same legs, same mouth, the same characteristics. So why do we have to kill each other? Why do we have to slaughter each other in cold blood before we can feel satisfied in ourselves? And it's just not right. I just don't see it. I just feel like it's messed up. There should be no preferences. We are all humans. We're all equal. Nobody has superpowers, and if they shoot us bullets, we're going to still die the same way. A link towards what's going on in the US, because we're talking about Black Lives Matter. Okay, the hashtags are trending on Twitter, on social media, everywhere. And these same white people that are telling Black Lives Matter, they're going to see this killing. You killed your fellow black man in cold blood. And when they see it, they'll be like, Black Lives Matter, you're treating each other like animals. So the way you want people to see you, this is the second point. The way you want people to see you is the way you see yourself is the way people are going to see you. The way you address yourself is the way people are going to see you, because you are killing your fellow black man in cold blood, and then it's going around. Everybody's seeing it, and then you think this same white people are telling Black Lives Matter will even listen to you. They're like, okay, Black Lives Matter, but you're also, I'm not killing you, but you are killing yourself. Even in the US too, you see on the streets there are gang fights, shootings, terrible shootings, and these cops have been like, okay, since you guys want to kill yourself, okay, kill yourself, then we'll help you kill you. But I feel like if you present yourself in a certain way where they don't feel threatened, then all this black, it won't have to it won't need, there will be no need for that. There will be no need. I'm not trying to excuse anything that they have done, but it's just giving them one more reason. If you don't give them reason at all, then they won't have anything to say. The guilt is one of the most important point that I must make. call me whatever I want to call me, but I'm just going to say it straightforward. This world that we live in is a wicked world, and there can never be justice in this world. That's why there is divine justice up there, and that's why we all need the God factor. We need the God figure in our life to protect us, because you could be working on your own on a very wonderful day, and someone will feel like, oh my God, I don't like your skin color, and they shoot you. Someone could be like, okay, ask you, are you a Muslim or Christian, and they shoot you because so that's just the thing. We just need that God factor to protect us, because at the end of the day, in this world, there is no justice, whether we like it or we want to admit it. There's like no justice in this. The trouble isn't enough. Now there's segregation among blacks. There's light skin black and dark skin black. Some people will be like, oh, the light skin blacks, there's nothing much to them, they're just light skin. It's just hilarious that now amongst that we want to create segregation, and it's not worth it. We should just accept each other for who we are. Like, I can see, I remember when I was in Jesus 1, and there was this particular senior. She was like very dark, but I loved her dark because her dark was so beautiful, and I kept on telling her this so much time. I'm sure she even felt out with me, like, this girl checking me out or something. But like, it's because I loved her dark so much that I even felt like, oh my God, I even want to become like that. So like, we should learn to be accept each other for how we are. Like, okay, I can make fun of you and be like, guy, you are very dark, but it doesn't mean that I see you less as a human being. Like, I'll still hug you, I'll still kiss you, I'll still see you as my sister and my loved one, because you are created by God and God is my father. So there's no need for me to see you as less as a person. And I just feel like this whole violence, everything should just stop. We should just try to coexist with each other, honestly, because it's just gotten to the point where even for just people, for the next generation that's coming up, we should just do it for them, honestly. Now I'm going to be addressing the rape issue, hashtag justice for Hua. When I saw the story, I just felt like, what's even the point? What's the point of doing a hashtag? Because we all know how this is going to play out. If we want to be honest to ourselves, we all know how this story is going to play out, because it has already played out itself before, and we all stood idly by and did nothing. The truth is just that this country, that's why when you see statement, that's why I just feel like it's not even worth it for me addressing it anymore. Like, it's just gotten to that point where it's borderline irritating that I don't feel like addressing it anymore, because I feel like, why will in this 21st century, this 2020, men still be bringing up the fact of a girl? What was she doing in the church? What was she wearing? Excuse me. Okay. How many people went in and out of that church? They didn't feel the need to touch her, but because of you felt you were so dominant, you needed to touch her. Okay, let's go back to the history, our own ancestors. In case you didn't know, this thing wasn't seen as a sexual object in our ancestors, like in our forefathers' time. Breasts weren't seen as a sexual object. Our culture, like our traditional culture, if you go and check pictures in Africa, Igbo, different tribes, they were not wearing clothes that covered, like they were not covering hair. Hair was open. Maybe they had beads, but hair was open, and what they were tying was wrapper. So I would like to know, if our own fathers didn't see that as a temptation, why can't you, now that you are civilized, why are you now seeing it as a temptation? Okay, let's say civilization, yes, civilization brings the temptation, but still it's not an excuse for you to beat someone up, because okay, the police, she was gang raped. How are they going to find these men? They don't know how they look. Nobody knows nothing about them. If I was a detective, the first people I would gather are Owa's friends. Who has gathered Owa's friends? I went to Guardian.com to just know a background story. Apparently, in Nigeria, I think I'll keep the picture here to show you, in case I get the facts wrong. 70% of the women in Nigeria have been raped. only 5.3 5% have come out to speak about it. Only 3.5 have gotten actual help. Like, seriously. And I feel like we actually played ourselves. That's why I just feel like it's borderline irritating to speak about, because we actually played ourselves. Because we had the chance. We honestly had the chance to eradicate, at least if not fully eradicate rape, but bring it to a certain halt with Bukola Dakolo and Kota and Fato Yimbo. We had the chance, but nobody said nothing. Everybody was just okay. Hashtag people today will say, "Oh yes, we believe her." Tomorrow people say we don't believe her. And after everything, the court dismissed the case and said that they were wasting their time. That she has to pay them 1 million, and the man went scot free. That has given men another sense of entitlement to think that our body belongs to them and nothing will happen. So, what are we talking about now? We're talking about justice for. Please tell me how. In this country where majority of the people are illiterate, that's why you can still see people open their mouth and say, what was she wearing? What was she doing in the church? Tell me, even the same policemen that are investigating, are you sure they finished secondary school? So how are they even going to find these people? How are they going? Police want to investigate a crime scene. They don't wear gloves. They don't have their evidence bag. They will tell the victim, "Oh yeah, go and pick up the evidence." Do you know what's so funny to me is that if a popular and influential woman like that has an influential husband, Bukola Dakolo, could not get justice for herself, then how would an average Nigerian get justice for themselves? What I have to say to every rapist is that if the law system doesn't take care of you, divine justice will take care of you. You're going to die of HIV. That's a certain fact. You will die a cold, miserable death because you were wicked. You stole someone's innocence. You stole someone's you took advantage of someone's vulnerability, and you're going to die a lonely man. Because if you don't apologize and seek forgiveness from that person, you're going to die a very, 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 very miserable death. That's what's going to happen to you. Because that's the only justice. You even have a judgment worse than death. Yes, that's what's up. Because at this point, it's just like there's no point talking about it anymore. It's like a waste of everybody's time. Because this same police people will start saying, what was she wearing? Who were her boy? Like, how? Like, people don't understand that it takes so much for a girl to come out and say, yes, I have been raped. It just takes so much, and that's why I always say this thing. If you know that nobody has physically tried to take advantage of you, or you have never been raped, when people are talking about rape, just be quiet and just say, you know what, I don't understand you, but I stand by you. It's mind-blowing, and it's just because education has not fully run its course in this country. That's why an illiterate will come out and be saying something like that. Because if you have proper education, you know that what a woman wears does not define her. What a woman wears does not define her. I can come out. A woman can wake up one morning and say, you know what? I feel like showing off what blessed Jesus gave me and my mom gave me. So I'm going to show it off. And some rapist cannot control himself. Will now be looking at her and say, it's your fault. No, it's not the girl. You're the person sinning because she didn't. People are saying, oh, dress modest and everything. Everybody has their own definition of modesty, and our Lord Jesus is a God of intent. Because if you did not wear that coat with any intention, you didn't have any intention of seducing anybody, and someone touches it, that person is the person that is at fault, and the person is going to go in for it. That's why I say rapists are going to die of HIV, AIDS, cancer, and every sexual transmitted disease because they deserve it. If you never apologize for what you did and you are still going around raping girls, you're going to die of HIV. If the justice system doesn't take you in, you're going to die of HIV. It's as simple as that. There is no argument. Don't say God forbid. It's not. There's no God forbid to it. It's just what's going to happen. Period. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This is just basically what I have to say. This thing is just mind blowing. It's just crazy. I don't even know. It's too much to handle. But with prayers, we hope to move forward to better things and greater things in life.